This is Wolfpack TV on WIWolfpack.com. And the only thing hotter than the weather tonight in Madison, Wisconsin was the Wisconsin Wolfpack. Before tonight, the Cincinnati Commandos were unbeaten, 9-0 on the season in the CIFL. After tonight, they're 9-1, 45-21. The Wisconsin Wolfpack knock off the Commandos and send a message to the rest of the CIFL heading into the playoffs. We've got plenty to talk about in this edition of Wolfpack TV, but let's send it first to Nicole LeBlanc, who covered the Benvenuto spaghetti eating contest.
1, 2, 3.
We have here the Benvenuto spaghetti eating contest. These three boys have to eat as much spaghetti as they possibly can. Let's see who's gonna take it. Get in there! Come on, get in there! How's it taste?
Pretty good, pretty good. My name is Wesley Hoppy, and that is the best spaghetti I've ever eaten.
Yeah, there we go, our first place winner. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Let's send it right back to you with some members of the Pepsi Max Wild Things dance team.
Joining me are three members of the Wisconsin Wolfpack dance team. They are the Pepsi Max Wild Things. I have Paulina, Tori, and Taylor with us, and they have a new routine. Tori, what is the name of this new routine?
Tonight we did the rock theme dance. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, Paulina, what kind of songs are involved in this rock theme?
We did AC/DC, Shook Me All Night Long, and Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me.
All right, well, it was fantastic. Taylor, who came up with this routine?
Paulina actually did. She choreographed it. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
We had a great time doing it. It was fun.
All right, it was a great routine, and we can't wait to see more dances from you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Dan.
From a hungry man when it comes to eating spaghetti to the hungry defensive line and offense of the Wisconsin Wolfpack. Let's talk about the game with quarterback Matt Schabert. Wolfpack TV here with Matt Schabert, reigning CIFL Player of the Week, and you might win the award 2 weeks in a row after tonight's big 45-21 win over the Cincinnati Commandos. Let's just talk about the emotions right now, knocking off the undefeated Cincinnati team. You weren't with the team the first time they played them down in Cincinnati, but tonight you really tore up a Commando defense that's been strong all year.
Yeah, you know, they didn't bring their usual cast of characters. They still have a hell of a team. They got a lot of talent. It was nice giving them a loss, give them something to think about for the playoffs. They're going to get healthy. They're going to bring their big guns. Hopefully we can get that game here. We got a couple tricks up our sleeve. But no matter what, we got to focus on Fort Wayne right now. We got to beat them to make it to the championship.
Tonight, it just seemed like everything was clicking, and in a game like this where you're going up against a team like Cincinnati that has the reputation, sometimes guys can tighten up. You guys were just so loose tonight, it was almost unbelievable.
Well, I don't know if you can really tighten up in this weather. This building feels like it's about 108 degrees right now. I never sweat, and I've been covered all day. But it was fun. You know, we had a loud place again. This place keeps filling up. The word keeps getting out. We absolutely appreciate our fans when they come on in full force to see what we can do for them.
Speaking of tricks, you guys actually went outside at halftime because it was so warm in here, right?
Absolutely, and we almost went down to the lake and jumped in, had a quick beer. It was hot in here, but you know, it happens like that. We got to crank the AC next time. You got to play through it. It's just like playing outdoors. You never know what you're going to get. Like I said before, though, it's indoor football. It's exciting, and it kind of adds to the charm of it.
Playoff football now for the Wisconsin Wolfpack. How happy are you that you were able to come back to Madison and lead this team into the postseason?
It's a great feeling. You know, I was playing with the Slaughter last year for a little bit and started out with them when they first came around. So I knew that they had a really good team last year, and that was kind of the big draw of not only playing back in your old college town, but also having a really good team to do it with. We miss ED, but everybody stepped in tonight. We're going to give him a shout out down in LSU. I'm sure he's going to be probably watching this. But we've got a cast of characters right now. We keep getting better. Cincy keeps getting better, and Fort Wayne keeps getting better. Of course, you got that pesky Miami Valley team, so it's going to be quite an interesting playoffs.
Saying hi to Eric Donoval, of course, who's now working at Louisiana State. Last question for you, Matt. You do know the Fort Wayne Firehawks nearly knocked you off here at the Hartmeyer Arena earlier this year. What's it going to take to beat Fort Wayne?
Well, we also beat them 49-zip down at their place, so you never know. We've got 2 games now against them. We know what they've got. They know what we've got. Might have to throw a couple wrinkles in, but that's the fun, and that's the thing about football is every week it's a different challenge, and they only keep getting bigger from here on out.
Another big night for Matt Schabert here at the Hartmeyer Arena. 45-21 the final score. Thanks for joining us on Wolfpack TV.
Big game. Love it.
Thanks, Dan. Here with me is Kurt Ware. Kurt, coming into tonight's game, Cincinnati came into it undefeated. You knew it was going to be a tough one. 45-21 the final score. What was your strategy in shutting down tonight's offense for the Cincinnati Commandos?
It was a pretty easy strategy for what we know of. It was hard for the offense to move the ball. It was doing a lot of running. They didn't have their starting quarterback, Mock. It was a big loss for them because he's an excellent player. So they decided to run the ball. All we had to do was stop the run. We stopped the run. Then you know a pass is going to come. So that was basically our strategy.
Well, Kurt, you had great defense all night. You had a nice sack to end the first quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, Cincinnati had a bad snap in which you recovered for a touchdown. Great game, Kurt. Thank you for talking with us. A great part of tonight's game.
Thank you, Nicole.
Back to you, Dan.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Here now with Jordan Kopac, the head coach of the Wisconsin Wolfpack, in one of the most historic wins in Wolfpack history tonight. You keep the Cincinnati Commandos from going undefeated through the regular season with a 45-21 victory this evening. Now, Jordan, there's a good chance that we might see a repeat of this in the CIFL championship game after the semifinals. And there was some co-curricular activity at the end of the game tonight. Can you explain what happened and maybe clear the air a little bit so there isn't any bad blood?
Well, I was standing about 10 feet from it, and I really don't have an explanation. Wanted to come over the wall. I couldn't figure out what he was saying. He was yelling and mumbling, but he did lose his temper based on something we said. But I don't know what we said.
Well, we don't want to have any of that carrying over, and certainly the Commandos were frustrated at the end of the game, and with good reason. Again, the Wolfpack defense steps up tonight, and without Ben Mock, the Commandos just did not have command of the offense in their building tonight. And Matt Schabert again in the Wolfpack offense clicking on all cylinders, even without Eric Donoval this evening. The Wolfpack gets the job done.
Yes, the stand-ins for Eric did real well. You know, it's the first run, the kid from Iowa State. Did a good job. We were hitting on all cylinders. We didn't have to drop that one in the end zone. I think they do that just to age me a little bit. So we left a couple touchdowns out there. But you're correct. This fellow they had playing quarterback tonight is a good quarterback. We'll see him this summer. He plays against us in the summer, so he plays outdoor. For some reason, they elected not to have him throw as much. I don't know why. He's got a good arm. They thought they could run on us, and they tried, and they did fairly well, but we shut them down.
Mitchell Moore, the Iowa State running back that you're referring to for the Wolfpack. All right, Jordan, couple weeks now before you take on the Fort Wayne Firehawks in the playoffs. What's the game plan? Well,
I think we really are stronger than we were when we saw the Firehawks. I really don't want to give away too much of what we're going to do. But I think we can control the Firehawks, and we'll play our normal game. We'll try to split it in a sense of because Donovan's not here right now, and the other people don't know the running plays as well. So we'll probably split it like 65-35 running and so on. But if you watch how our defense is coming, we added Sycon. So now we've probably got the three best linebackers in the league. And one of the three, Sycon or Derek, they can slip back to safety. But they come downhill so fast on those running backs, I wouldn't want to run against them. So our defense is really strengthened, even though we did lose Donovan.
Peaking at the right time, just like we talked about last week. 45-21, a win for the Wolfpack tonight over the previously unbeaten Cincinnati Commandos. Jordan Kopac, thanks for joining us on Wolfpack TV.
Yep, well, thanks.
That'll do it for this edition of Wolfpack TV. 45-21 is your final score at the Hartmeyer Arena tonight. The playoffs start on June 19th as the Wisconsin Wolfpack play host to the Fort Wayne Firehawks. Start time here at the Hartmeyer is 7 o'clock. Tickets are available at wiwolfpack.com/store. For Nicole LeBlanc, Mark Cook behind the camera, and everyone involved with Wolfpack TV, have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend, and thanks for watching here on wiwolfpack.com.